Natasha with Encompass Awe. Today is going to be more free flowing. If you have any questions or a one question pull for the Dream Oracle deck, I will be more than happy to pull from the Dream Oracle deck for you. If you have questions about your dreams, I'm more than happy to help you. If you do want an actual tarot reading, like not an actual, but if you would like a tarot reading, contact me on Hipsy. Okay, and on there it's Encompass Awe Natasha. Okay, all right, and there will also be a link on here in just a moment that you can contact me with. Okay, today the matters we are discussing, starting off, we are in my living room again, not the office today. And yes, I'm in my jammies chilling today because I'm not going to do a whole lot except for cook, hang out with the baby, hang out with you guys, and just chill. I usually go to a town about 30 minutes away for the weekend on the weekends, and today I just didn't feel like it. And me and the baby, it's just us today. My older two children are gone. The 17-year-old and the 19-year-old are gone for the weekend. So here we are, kicking it with whoever joins us here. We are going to go over noticing your spirit animal, identifying it. Feel free to interrupt and talk about or discuss whatever, okay? And also, we're going to be going over dreams, like waking up from a dream that's stuck in your energy. I'm not going to get into it too far because I'm not there yet, okay? Yeah, hit up Hipsy if you want a reading, okay? Yes. So, let's go over spirit animals. So, some of the ways, let me share with you how I identified my spirit animal or some people around me, their spirit animal. Okay. And my spirit animal tends to change. Okay. So, recently, my spirit animal is a two, well, three, a grasshopper, the dragonfly, which we talked about that yesterday, right? Hi, Boo. How you guys doing? Thanks for being a top fan. Welcome. Um, so I don't know why my nose is itchy again, but it is. But anyway, um, the dragonfly, I've just been feeling like it is, and then I had a very strong dream the night before last night about the dragonfly, and there wasn't just one, it was a bunch of them, which meant a lot of amazing things. You can check out yesterday's video about that. The live though. And then also, right now, the cheetah. The cheetah is also one of my spirit animals. But the first spirit animal I identified for myself came through a dream. I'm actually going to share with you what that dream was. All right? Feel free to mention down here what the spirit animal is, what your spirit animal is, or what ones you've worked with, or your totems that you worked with throughout time and life, or recently, or what animals you just are noticing here lately. Okay, my first one that I identified with was an otter. And I didn't know that that's a common one for Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius, guys. Okay, hi. Well, I had been, my first one was I was at that time in a domestic violent relationship in real life. Okay, so trauma was very present, being confused, not sure, but still loving the person, all that. Well, anyway, in my dream, I was like in a house where I felt uncomfortable. And I was also that we had an in-ground swimming pool, which in real life we had an in-ground swimming pool in the backyard, but we had an in-ground swimming pool, and I was just the water was like running out of it, and I was feeling like I was drowning, but I was also trying to save this other little girl, which probably reflected me, right? I'm glad that you love my channel. Thank you. So, my father in law had come and was talking to me. And at this point, I'm dry. I'm in the house. I'm dressed and dry. But I'm in the house and I see the scene switch to he is like driving away with an otter in the back of the car. And for some reason, I felt like at this point in the dream, I was the otter. And he was driving me away and he was going to let me free into the water. And the next day when I woke up, I just knew that I was the otter, that the otter was definitely me. And then I found out a lot of things at the time what the otter represented. And I found out that otter is very common to be Aquarius, one of their spirit animals. So it's so amazing, right? A long time ago, yes. I don't not I don't not believe in Jesus. I just don't see it the same way. Okay. Um, I'm encouraged by Jesus, and we actually have a relationship, by the way. So, anywho, not anywho, like aside from what you said, but returning to what I was talking about. So that was one of the first ways that I found the otter spirit animal. Okay, and then the second time I found my other spirit animal, one of the other ones, was I was standing on a dock. Picture being on a beach, okay? I was standing on a dock and this dolphin came up to me. And the dolphin was talking to me telepathically. So our mouths are not moving. We're just mental to mental speaking, which is very, very common in my dreams with humans to humans, angels to me, whatever. Telepathy is very, very common in my dreams. So, anyway, the dolphin is talking to me, and some military personnel start walking towards our direction, and the dolphin goes, "Shh, don't say anything. They don't want you to know that I can talk to humans." And I was like, whoa, that is so cool. A dolphin just talked to me in my dream, right? And it was stuck in my energy. I literally can see it right now. I can feel it right now as if I just dreamt it last night. But, and then the next day I found out that one of the spirit animals, and one of the things that they emanate, dolphins, is playfulness, less seriousness, and they have a high intelligence with their sonar and their frequency that they speak, and that the military does use them for communication. I learned that through a dream, dude. And I can't tell you how much I learned through dreams that I didn't know before I went to sleep. You're going to see me keep looking backwards because the baby's asleep and like 10 feet from me, right? So if he wakes up, I'm going to go like and dash over, and then we'll be right back, okay? But he's down for a nap right now. So, anywho, that's two dream animals that have given me wisdom or been alongside with me that I had no idea before I went to sleep that night. Which a lot of my language in the spirit realm, guys, is dreams and dream interpretation and foreknowing through dreams. That's one of my spiritual visions is through dream realm. Okay, if you guys have questions about that, and you may have some of that going on, that's why we're going to be talking about the dreams next, right after this. Okay. If any of you have like dream realm going on for yourself, or intuitiveness, and you have questions about that, I'm more than happy to help you. I have been going through that for a long, long time. I was a young child when I started having dreams and foreknowing. My mom was like, it would just blow my mind what you knew, and there was no way you knew, but you knew. And you would say odd things, but it is what it is, and it's real for me, and that's why I'm here to help you guys. Sometimes when you resonate, when you don't, it's for somebody else, and that's okay. No worries. But if you resonate, hey, I'm here. I love to spend time with you. Look at my hair all messed up today. You know, I just rebraided it, but then I did some martial arts, so it doesn't surprise me that it's messed up again. Anywho, so that's two spirit animals. Otter, both water ones, by the way, which isn't surprising, guys, right? Because Aquarius is a water bearer, and I know that we hold a lot of emotions of ourselves and other people that are in our lives, or even the collective, the world. I do hold you guys in my energy. I have to find my own balance sometimes and get it back. when I feel that, the world heavy of emotions, because I love so strong. It's just in me to care. Sometimes I just wish I didn't for just a minute, you know? But it is what it is, and I do care. But anyway, uh, another spirit animal. I'm not going to say whose it is. You know what? I am going to say whose it is. My daughter's spirit animal. I saw it in a dream as well. And it is massive. It is huge. It's so cool. All right. Like you talking about water spirit animals, this one's huge, right? So I'm standing on a dock again, but way high. And my ex boyfriend at the time, which is obviously her stepdad, handed me a piece of steak to feed a critter down in the water. Well, it was a whale. And for some reason, in my energy, while I was feeding the whale, I was wondering where Olivia was, my daughter. Where's my daughter? Where is she right now? Well, she was on a boat. No, not a boat. It was a boat, but it was on land, and it was huge. And I was like, where's she at? I was just thinking, I need to get to her and make sure she's safe. Well, the next day, she was like, Mom, I've just been drawn to whales. And then I had learned that one of the very, very common spirit animals for Pisces is whale. And ever since she's resonated with a whale, actually for her graduation, I bought her a whale that's probably like you can't even see my hands right now. They're like it's like 5 feet wide. This whale, but she resonates with it really strong. And when you read about what its essence is, it makes so much sense. Like she is so strong, her energy and her voice, it's amazing, right? If any of you know your spirit animal, you should type it below for me because I'm very curious to see what your spirit animal is. If you know, and if you have questions or you've seen something in a dream or a vision or it's something that you see, okay, let me know. Maybe I can help you identify what your spirit animal is. Okay? Um, so, another way to find out what your spirit animal is, besides dreaming, obviously, spirit's going to choose to talk to me while I'm dreaming because I'm not busy, right? That's how it started a long time ago. And when it started, it was 3:33 a.m. in the morning when spirit would come to me, not through dream realm, but also dream realm, to talk to me and tell me and download messages to me, right? But other ways you can see is like if you see a specific bird or a specific animal often, or it lands on you. Hi, I am wonderful, thank you. Welcome. If you see a specific animal often and you just for some reason just pause and reflect and you just like look at it and you pause for a second and you just keep seeing it and you maybe even once but it just sat in your energy, it is most likely that that is your spirit animal, at least at that time. Okay, there's another way to work with a spirit animal as well. um, you don't have to look for or let it choose you. A lot of people don't talk about this. You can choose to work with a specific animal, okay, without it choosing you first. I kind of don't think that it's not choosing you. If you're already thinking about the animal, it's probably already choosing you. You're just waking up to that energy. But I do believe in activating something to yourself instead of waiting to see it. You know, how people wait to see a synchronicity. Like, oh, I saw 1111, so it's time to make a wish, or this is a good time to manifest, or, right? So, um, but here's how I see it. If you know that you're manifesting, if you know that you want perfect balance, so what? Start your alarm on your phone or your clock or whatever for 11:11 and be disciplined and draw that in. You do not have to wait to see a synchronicity. You can activate a synchronicity, okay? This is called governing with your thoughts and your words and your intention. Do it on purpose. You don't have to wait for it to come to you. You can, but you also can just do it, right? Take it into your own hands if you want. There's nothing wrong with that. Unless spirit is saying, slow down, sister. Which sometimes I have to be told to slow down. Slow down my roll. I'm drinking on some chamomile tea. Y'all like tea? I love tea. Also, I recently stopped drinking any sweeteners in my teas, and then I feel great, and it tastes just as good. Welcome, guys. So if you do know your spirit animals, let me know. Um, let me think about any other spirit animals I've helped people identify. There's also somebody I know that is attracted to penguins. I'm not going to say who they are. I really, 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 really feel like that person's spirit animal is a penguin, and also another one, a crow. Okay? This person doesn't believe that way, but I just know that in my energy that they are being watched and cared for by those two entities, those two essences, those energies, and I can see why they resonate with those two. I can totally see it. It makes sense, 100%, right? So if you would like a personal reading, anybody, I'm just throwing it in there, okay? You can contact me on Hipsy, okay? And it is Encompass Awe Natasha Kane. I believe my last name's on there. Encompass Awe LLC Natasha Kane. That's how you would type it in if you want to see me on. This is what I do for a living, and I'm an at-home mom. Yes. I used to be a dog breeder. Actually, if you guys want to see some silly videos of me, I mean, I'm not in them very much, but if you want to see some videos from years ago, Natasha's Chihuahuas, look that up. That was my last company, but I stopped doing it and I sold all of my dogs because I was pregnant and my man and my stepdaughter was moving in, and 20 dogs in the house was not going to work. No, I'm not married, but I am in a serious relationship with my baby daddy. Yeah. So, anywho's, but I sold all 20 of those dogs. If you want to see some silly videos and you want to see a lot of dogs, and you might be able to see my mansion that I had in 2000. I lived in my mansion until like from 2014 to 2019, and that's when I separated from my older kids' dad. Um, yeah, so anyway, that was fun though. It was a really fun part. The Natasha's Chihuahua was really good, really fun. But this is a new company, Encompass All. I started it in 2021. No, 2022. Okay, is when I started it. But I didn't know what it was going to be. I was just listening to Spirit. Spirit said, get a license, right? Your vendor's license, all that. Okay, and get it going. And then I was asking Spirit about what to name it because I didn't know what it was going to be. I really didn't, but I knew that it was heading somewhere spiritual. I was having dreams about it. I had a dream that I was going to be a shaman, okay, or shamanic traits, shamanic healing, shamanic messages. I did not know I was going to be I did not know I was going to be a tarot reader at the time. Okay, that came later, a little later actually, not too much later. I practiced on myself for a long time, and that was fun. And then my daughter practiced on me, and then I did a couple other people. Yeah. Anywho, back to what we were talking about, right? I guess we didn't really get off topic, but we're just talking today because if you want me to do a one question reading for you when we're done going over the spirit animal identifying and the dream language and dream interpretation, I am willing to do a dream oracle pull for you. Okay? Okay, so one dream, make it short as possible. And if it's more elaborate than that, go on to Hipsy, please. Okay? Thank you. And then it will be 25 for a reading, or I think I have 15 for dream interpretation. I don't know. I have to go on there because I know that I have that one Encompass Awe YouTube channel. I'm not sure if I added that yet to Hipsy, but I am a dream interpreter as well. So, welcome. Okay? So, identifying your spirit animal, you can do it through a dream. You can see that animal. You could someone could like keep handing you a gift or giving you a gift that has an animal on it throughout your life. You see it on television and it resonates with you, or a tarot reader might say a spirit animal with your sign or something, and it just hits you right, and you're like, "Ah, there it is. I knew it. I just knew it." Okay, there's different ways. Um, don't try to box that process in for yourself. Okay, your spirit animal can fluctuate. There's a difference, not fluctuate, but change and shift. Now, there's a difference between a power animal and a spirit animal. I'm not going to get into that detail today, but do pay attention, all right, to the animals speaking to you. There is a certain spirit animal that comes, and I believe it's definitely like a power animal in my life, is the cat. Um, when I am going through a certain type of energy in my life, there's a certain cat in my neighborhood that comes in. Okay, and I'm usually working with Isis, goddess Isis, at the time. So I named this cat Isis. All right, even though she is not my cat, she's definitely the community cat, and she has definitely populated this town, this little village, with a lot of kittens. Okay, she's not my cat, but her name for me is Isis, and she will come to me at that vibration. But she comes around when I'm almost like I know that there's monitoring spirits. I don't know if you guys know what monitoring spirits are, but when people are keeping an eye on you and they don't really have their best interest for you, they just want to know your business, right? That cat tends to come around when I need some divine protection, I notice. And then she'll disappear for months, like literally disappear for months. Okay. Guys, I'm not even hot and I'm using this fan. It just feels nice to have a little bit of a breeze on me, honestly. Anyway, so this card, I was walking by it earlier and it like literally tried to slip off of this table, and I wasn't touching anything. I just was walking by, and it's forbidden fruit. Some of you, there's something out there that does not want you to know what your spirit animal is. There's something that's being activated in you right now that is going to increase your knowledge and your wisdom, your discernment, okay? Go ahead. Go ahead and give me information. That's fine. I'll read it. So while he's doing that, Mamet Ali Ates, I am going to go into dream language. Okay. Dream language. When sometimes you wake up and you can't get the dream out of your energy. You just feel like you're living that dream still, but now, right? In this realm. That's funny. Um, so when you wake up, you just can't shake it. Or it fades into your energy for days or months or weeks, okay? Or that dream is a reoccurring dream throughout your life, right? What I suggest for you to do is to reflect by feeling and asking yourself some questions. I suggest also getting a pen and paper and journaling these answers. What did you notice, smell, see? Who was there? Where were you? And how did you feel? Okay. And was there a message? All right. And then as you're asking those questions, just listen. Just find some stillness and listen. Because your spirit self, your higher self, your child self, whatever level or version of self that you wants to speak, or your ancestral team, or angels, however you believe or see, or whoever is directing the vision at that time, will have messages for you. But you must be still. You know, a lot of people, I'm going to pause before I keep going on. A lot of people, when they have a scary dream, they're like, oh my God, I hate scary dreams. But here is the thing, they have a message. There's something in it for you to receive. Listen, I dream every night, every time that I sleep, and every time that I take a nap. So I get it. And I've been in a very violent relationship in the past at times. All right. And I had a lot of bad dreams. And they did hold messages. If you will look past what you saw and see the message, it will help you a lot. And that dream will not come back. After you receive the message, after you get the download, after you get the activation or deactivation sometimes through dreams, you will not have that dream reappear again. It won't have to reappear. There's a message with the dream, guys. So I'm going to go over the questions. What did you notice, smell, see? Who was there? Where were you? How did you feel? Was there a message? And then take time to release anything that you noticed from the dreams that need releasing. Oftentimes, dreams will show you patterns that no longer serve you, or patterns that you could pick up that will serve you better. So, releasing the ones that no longer serve you, taking time to do that. Now, let me go over. You can journal it down onto paper and then burn it when you feel led to. You can journal it on paper and then freeze it. You can just journal it down, wad it up, and throw it in the trash. I like to burn it. I burn that shit. That's how I feel about it. So anyway, but you gotta release it somehow. It could be that you do a meditation, a releasing meditation. Okay. Whew. Okay. So, did you perceive or receive any message or plot that you can receive from the dream? Okay. After you do all of those steps, it is time to reground, recenter. Okay. If you have processed that dream properly and gotten the message from it, if you have not gotten the message from it, before I go on to the next step, if you have not gotten the message from it, I tell you to commit to paying attention to your dreams for the next week. But if you're not a person who dreams very often, commit to paying attention and doing this process over the next month. And then see if there's an overall message that came from having a series of dreams. Okay. For me, I've had 3 dreams about my grandmother's house in probably 3 weeks. So I know that there is something there. And there's stuff in that dream that reflects to dreams from 5 years ago. So I know that there's a cycle. There's no reason to rush with dreams. Now, if you're someone of foreknowing, you might be impatient with rushing dreams. But let's not do that. Let's just have some patience. Let's have some discernment and reflect. Take what we get from it in the moment and trust that what will come to us when it's time, right? All right. Did you perceive or receive a message or a plot? And then reground, recenter. However you choose to do that, whether it's running into the day and washing the dishes, whether it is having a cup of coffee, whether it is going outside and putting your feet on the ground or taking a walk or having some hot tea, it doesn't matter to me. Just get in your own energy, out of that dream energy, and recenter so you can go about your day. And if you're a frequent dreamer like me, you will understand how important it is to recenter again, yeah? My baby's so cute. He's so cute in that bed right there. All right. And so today is 8/8 portal, right? The Lion's Gate. I am not an astrologer, so don't ask me questions about that. But I do know that it's in Aquarius. That's dope. The moon. That's cool. I did hear that. Um, Probably why I had dreams about emotions this week, right? And Me being one who is avoidant, try not to avoid your emotions, guys. Just saying. All right. 8-8 portal discuss. All right. So if you have intentions, if you have manifestations you are trying to sow today, do not focus on what you don't want. Do not focus on the negative things happening to you. I want you to focus on feeling that feeling as if you already had the result of the things you want. Focus on what you're wanting, not as if you're yearning for it, but as if you already have it. Feeling, okay, so people always wait until they're like, I'll feel better when I reach this point. I'll feel better when this happens. I'll feel better when somebody completes me. I'll feel better. But here's the thing, why not feel better now? Aren't you tired of waiting and wasting time? Not wasting time. Happiness is now. Wholeness is now, and it's you. Okay? So, feel that intention like you already have it. If you want to do a really, really good meditation, go to Joe Dispenza. I will be doing meditations soon, guys, but it's not going to be today. I'm going to spend the rest of the day with my baby when I get done talking to you guys, and I might do a live later or some shorts. But listen, go listen to Joe Dispenza and do a timeline jump. If you guys are wanting to change your life up like a shit ton, go do a timeline jump with him. A timeline jump meditation. All right. And look that up. Joe Dispenza, timeline jump meditation. If you need it to be quick, type quick. So you don't have to go through all these videos. All right. I've done it where it's 10 minutes. I've done it where it's 30 minutes. I've done it where it's 20 minutes. But I am hearing meditate, please. Take time to meditate. I'm not trying to hate on you and be too mama over here, but I am mama energy all the time. For all my friends, I'm mama energy, even if I'm younger than them, okay? Just is what it is. I'm not apologizing for it, for sure. 3222. Listen, do not focus on what you don't want. Don't focus on the things beating you up right now. Don't focus on the late bills. Focus on what you're calling in. This is the right moon for it. And if you can get a citrine stone, get it. Because it's going to amplify every single thing. If you got bay leaf in your house, write your manifestations down and instead of bay leaf on top of it. If you got a pine cone in your yard, write your manifestations down. Nothing bad, guys. Okay, karma's real. Don't do anything bad to other people or yourself. Write down good manifestations and then put something on top of it to amplify it. Or just write the manifestations down. Hold the energy as if you already have it. Okay? Like, I already have this shit. Listen, the house that I'm in right now, I didn't know how I was going to find a home. You know, I'm not trying to, I'm going to give a short version of this because I'm not trying to hate on the story. I'm just trying to tell the testimony of the story, but I'm going to share. All right. My divorce lasted like 3 years, dude. And after leaving my mansion that their dad was living in, my older kids' dad, I didn't have anywhere to stay. Kept kicking me out in places to stay, like get out of the house, whatever. Um, and I didn't have anywhere to go. But maybe I did. But my pride wouldn't let people see me that broken. So I stayed at my car lot for a while. And then I stayed at my new boyfriend's later. I mean, I stayed at my car lot on and off several times for years. I kept going back a long time. Okay? But it took 3 years for my divorce to go through. And then when it did, and some of you can call me stupid. There was some decisions I made that was stupid for sure. I mean, I don't like the word stupid, but not smart. Let's say that. All right. I'm at the court to get my divorce done, and the divorce court judge says, "So what do you want to do with the house? What do you want to do with the cars?" My husband at the time, the kids' dad, was living there. I had already moved on. I didn't want to live in the house that I had all those bad memories in. I said, well, She said, you can have it if you want it. You can have all the cars if you want it. I'm like, no, I just want half. I didn't want him to be angry at me or harm me for him not being able to pay off all his debt. And I didn't know none of my debt was not going to come off of the house, which I wouldn't have had debt. Anyway, I don't want to go into it too much. But anyway, um, so months passes. We put our house up for sale. We're splitting the money, but he doesn't know that that's not after his debt is paid. So 3 days comes before we're selling the house and signing the contract fully and finalizing. And he demands that I split the money, my side, or he's not going to let it sell. And I'm like, I have to get out of my mom's basement at this point, you know? And so I did. I said yes. I didn't say yes right away. I I cried, I yelled, I was upset, and I was like, yes, I need the money. So instead of having like $90,000, I had half of that walking away. And then I was like, how am I going to buy a car with this? How am I going to buy a house with this? But I should have already known. I did get my faith back after I was done throwing a fit, guys. After I got past fear and facing that that was the reality, I did get my faith back. I got my feet on firm foundation. I was good. And I should have known anyway that I'd be okay, because prior to that, I bought a house for $14,000. $14,000 I bought a house. All right, no, 11,000. But I had 14,000. I had to spend that on bills. But anywho, listen, manifest from what you want, not what you don't want, and trust that you have what it takes. It'll be okay. I have this home. It's enough bedrooms. I have an office. All right. I got a door. I got food. All right. It's tight. Things are different. But today is 8/8. Let's manifest. Let's call in more abundance. Let's call in emotional and energetic harmony and balance. Let's say, Spirit, I'm willing to keep going with you, to keep learning. Yes. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate it. Listen. Blessings. Namaste. I'm about to hop up out of here. You know what? I'm not going to hop up out of here. I'm going to pull a few Dream Oracle cards. All right. I showed you guys this one off the rip. This is flying. Okay. Dude, I want a dream where I'm floating on the bed. That would be dope. Maybe I'll manifest that. Spirit, energy, I would like to fly on my bed tonight in my dream. I'm probably not going to do that. Spirit's going to do exactly what I'm supposed to receive tonight. I always say I'm willing. Show me what you want me to see. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pull some Dream Oracle cards. Spirit, thank you. Thank you. Discern. Decide. Guidance and evolution. Why am I here? I'm hearing guidance and evolution. Shoes. Guidance and evolution. Look. Wings. What's wings represent, guys? Spiritual, intuitive guidance. It's on her feet. It's on her feet, man. And the other shoe is on her knee, on the knee waiting. Listen, you are riding with and on the spiritual realm. And you're making moves quickly. There's quick moves being made. And you see all these people up here. And they all your guides, are leading you in the right direction. And they are helping you move through transition and time. Great shifts going on. Great shifts going on. Okay. Spirit. Path and direction. What's the path and the direction we're heading in? What's the path and the direction we're heading in? That's funny. Flying on the bottom again. Flying. Some of you, listen. Wings. wings, on the shoes, and on your guide's feet and flying. Sometimes I do put the cars back in, guys, because I want to see if it's going to come back out. Like, how strong is this thing that's coming out, right? Evolving. Divine alignment and synchronicities ahead. Listen, don't be afraid to call in and instruct your spirit guides, angels, however you consider that, to help you, to go ahead of you. They already are oftentimes, but they want you to be involved with them. They want you to ask them, to tell them, okay? They're here for you. Where's the path leading? Where's the path leading, Spirit? Where is the path leading? Where's the path leading to that they're going? Where's the shift leading that they're going? What can we expect? What can we expect? Path, direction, and expect. What can we expect? What can we expect? Blind faith. Blind faith. Hand it over to them, the need to know. He's handing the key over. He's handing the key over. Look, they're watching you. Spirit is watching you with a blindfold on. Hand your key over to whoever you call God, the universe. And you're like, I'm okay with not knowing. A little bit hesitant. I feel like he's leaning back a little bit. You see how he's leaning back a little bit? A little bit hesitant. I don't know about this. But then you do it anyway. You have the key. You're standing in front of the door that you could go unlock. But you're handing it away. And you're like, I'm going to trust the process on the way there. You know you're not in it alone. You know you're not in it alone. You're not facing none of it alone. It's all happening quick. Whether you unlock that door or if Spirit unlocks that door, it's getting unlocked. You don't know what's on the other side of that door, but you know some of it. You know some of it. What beautiful faith to be willing to just hand the key over. It's okay. If I'm supposed to have the key will come back to me. If I'm supposed to have the key will come back to me. Ooh. Thanks, love. Music. Music. When you trust, your heart has a symphony in it. When you don't have angst in your body and you're not trying to control it so much and you're pushing things, you have music and ease and this glistening harmonic dance that's flowing through you. When you are resting and you're trusting the divine with your path and your journey. Some of you are writing music, some of you are musicians. You know that when you let the key go, that you're elevating. You're elevating, and that feels like home to you. So why wouldn't you trust that? It's never hurt you in the past to trust the divine. Why would you stop now? It's humans that hurt you, not spirit. It's humans. We're not perfect. Shit, we've hurt people, haven't we? We gotta change and grow, evolve. Spirit, thank you for your guidance. Thank you for being here with us. So what happens after we give the key away? What happens after we give the key away? Spirit. Spirit. What happens after we give the key away? What now? 2 cards. Right? What happens now is you flow like water and you enjoy yourself. You feel this serenity. This is the nature card. This is where things flow for you with ease and goodness. Natural responses, natural flow, natural abundance. Look at all the growth growing on this rock. And you were loyal. That's why you get to feel this peace, because you were loyal. And you are loyal. Not just to the spirit realm, but to yourself. And they're proud of you for that. I'm going to pull one more oracle. And this mama's going to take off. Yeah, and I might get me a fresh cup of tea and relax before the baby wakes up. I am relaxed. I'm relaxed right now hanging out with you guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Alright, a couple more cards. A couple more cards. Yes. Thank you. So we're in nature. And we're at ease. And we have broken past illusions. This is the moon card. Past illusions, but we're reflecting and seeing what our emotions had to reveal to us. The vibration of your heart is very strong. I can feel mine right now, and I know this is about you. The vibration of your heart and your passions is very strong. Your connection with the divine is very strong. That's why you can trust it. That's why you have faith in letting this key go to the universe, because you know that it can do a bit of a better job and make this job be easier than you trying to force things to happen. Listen, a reminder, a friendly reminder, feel what you want today. Not what you don't want, not what's already happened to you that's negative. Feel what you want today. Reflect on what's went right for you already, yeah? Yes, for sure. My son has a mint plant, and did you know that mint attracts flies? I didn't know that. They like them. Not cool. But I love my mint plant, my son's mint plant. He's 17 and he's amazing with plants, guys. Okay, one more, please. What do you got to share with us? So, nature. What do our emotions have to reveal to us? Can you share with us that? What's something our emotions have to reveal to us? We just had the moon card. Tonight's a full moon. What will help this person process their emotions that's going to be revealed today? There she is. The mountain. It's just going to show you the mountain you've already climbed. It's just going to, this is what the manifestations that you're sowing today is going to show you how far you've already come and why it's great. This is why you don't doubt. You already know what you've been through. You know what you can do from here. And you've gotten wise. You got the wisdom. I'm not trying to flip you off, guys. Sorry. You got the wisdom. You have the staff of authority here. And you are willing to take the journey to get to where you need to go. It's nothing you haven't experienced before, right? Nothing you haven't experienced before. Thank you for joining me. And much love. You are riding forward. You are riding forward. You are taking this journey and you are not scared. And I'm proud of you. Spirit is proud of you. If you guys want any readings from me, hit me up on Hipsy, Encompass Awe LLC, Natasha. It is, and I'll be there. Okay, if you need me, schedule an appointment. I am available. Okay? Blessings. Namaste. Good luck. Blessings to your intuitive nudges today and the intentions that you are setting today. Blessings, blessings.